Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the Prospector's Year in Review stream. The Prospector is a 501c3 nonprofit providing competitive and inclusive employment for people with disabilities. Employees of the Prospector are known as prospects, and approximately 75% of us self-identify with a disability. All content that you will see here or on our channel is created entirely by our talented team in-house. My name is Ian, and I'm the Director of Media Arts and Production. I would like you to peer behind the curtain with me and learn a little more about us and what meaningful work looks like. Without further ado, please enjoy our first video, Aaron Miller, A Prospect Life.
My name is Aaron Miller. I've been working at the Prospector Theater for, this March, it'll have been 8 years. Currently, I am a facilities associate. I work around the building doing basic maintenance, some electrical work if it needs to be done, deep cleaning, building repairs, pretty much anything that we can do from here without having to get contractors involved.
I'm Steven St. Germain. I work at the Prospector Theater as a facilities director, taking care of the outside and the inside of the building. He's been my right-hand man for the past year. I've only been here a year, and he's taught me a lot about the theater. He's certainly quiet, and he's a man who prefers action rather than talking.
We had always believed in the importance of work, and we had been talking to Aaron about getting a job when he turned 16, but there wasn't anything that immediately sort of interested him, and just nothing quite seemed to fit. And then as Sarah said, we heard about the Prospector, and it just caught his interest from the very beginning, and it's proven to be a great fit.
Back in 2015, really didn't have too much going on. Just kind of sitting at home, twiddling my thumbs. Probably not the best time.
He was not a boisterous young man, never was. He was quiet, and I think that quiet kids often are kind of in the background sometimes. Once he got to the Prospector, I think that the consistency of coming to the same place, several times a week, meeting the other prospects here and working with the staff, I think really helped his self-esteem and him becoming more outgoing.
When I first started, pretty much was just an usher. A lot of things have definitely changed. Definitely gotten a bit taller, lost probably about 80, 90 pounds. Made my way up the work ladder. Went from being usher to clean team, then facilities, fixing everything that people continuously break over and over again.
My name is Jane Switek. I am a prospect, and I work with the clean team in keeping this theater sparkly clean. Aaron is a wonderful person. He's kind-hearted. He will do anything for anybody. It's very hard to describe the difference in Aaron Miller when he first started. He is confident. He walks around with his head held high now, where before he would walk around and his head would be down. He smiles, he talks to you, he jokes, he laughs. He never did that 7 years ago. So the growth is tremendous.
He was getting to impress people in his job, and sort of getting promotions and more opportunities to do things. And so we were aware that he obviously was working hard at his job, and we were just incredibly proud of the work he was obviously doing.
And also, when Gemstone Farm first opened, Aaron, being Aaron and not telling us a whole lot, somehow I looked at his work schedule one day, and there's several days in a month that would say, the farm. All of a sudden, it's like, well, are you working there? Yeah. Sometime, and are you still at the theater? Yeah, but I didn't really hear much more about it. And finally, we found out about the Gemstone Farm. And one day we actually went down there, and this place was incredible, full of hills and ponds and forests.
My name is Valerie Jensen, and I am the founder of the Prospector Theater and now of Gemstone Farm. Gemstone Farm is a farm version of the Prospector Theater.
I mean, personally, I never thought I'd be working on any operation like that. I think it's a great place. When at least I first started there weren't too many people besides me there. It's definitely, in terms of visual, come quite a long way from then. Got a lot of the dead trees, foliage, got things actually growing there now.
Aaron started here as a prospect, and the Aaron that we had then and the Aaron that we have now are like two different Aarons. Over time, Aaron has become just a wonderful, wonderful young man, a great employee, and he has been a total asset. So Aaron's sparkle was cars and vehicles and machines. And so it was just a natural fit when he came to the farm. And it was perfect that he was going to school. We helped to support him through his school in mechanics.
And then we learned about the program and everything that she was doing, and it was fantastic. And a large part of that too, of Aaron's responsibility, was learning about the vehicles there, the ATVs and the trucks. And I think that also, had a lot to do with him deciding to go into auto mechanics.
Were there any projects that were new territory for you?
So we got this old sit-down lawnmower, pulled off the mowing deck, and repurposed it into a snowplow. We had to basically rewire the entire thing, give it new wiring, new harnesses, a flaming pink snowplow was the end result of that one. I'm working on completing my automotive certificate, so I'm working at Colonial Ford, so that just opens up opportunities in any industry that would need to hire a technician.
And he was able to come back and apply what he was learning from school to the farm in such a meaningful way. And it was beautiful to see that growth, that if you believe in somebody and you follow the sparkle, you can help somebody to have this beautiful, meaningful life.
I'm just beyond proud and happy for him to take this chance to move to a different state, to start a new life. It's wonderful.
He says he wants to buy a house and have a family, and he's taking that chance now.
So I heard something exciting happened this weekend. You want to tell us what happened?
Yeah, got engaged. I mean, if you're talking about wedding plans and everything, that was all planned out a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So you said that when you get to Florida, you're going to look for some car mechanic work, right?
Yeah. So I had already spoken with the Ford dealer in down there, so I just need to go back and talk to them.
Awesome.
Mr. Saint Germain. I had a lot of fun building shelves, painting, doing all the projects he came up with. Definitely enjoyable. Definitely worked with Jane the longest, probably out of everyone. Been on clean team since pretty much the beginning of the first year. It's definitely been a ride. Definitely like I'd like to thank Val for creating this place to begin with. Without it, I wouldn't be where I am now, the position I am in currently.
Aaron, I am so proud of you and so honored to know you and to have you work alongside me.
I wish that Aaron, when he was 15, 16, 17 years old, I wish that he could see himself as he is now. Keep being you. You have always marched to your own drum, and you have been able to really conquer some real challenges and hurdles.
You know, remember we're here. You have a family here. If you ever need anything, call us up, right?
Access to employment is something that's eluded many of us prospects for a long time. For a lot of us, this is our first job. We want to educate the world that we can work, want to work, and work hard. A huge way the organization works towards this goal is our service learning program. The Prospector Theater educates, entertains, and dazzles groups, schools, and businesses of all sizes. Participants build empathy by actively engaging in custom-designed, prospect-led programming. Here is how a high school field trip became jobs.
For the parents of children with disabilities, many sleepless nights can be attributed to the question, what happens when my child finishes school? The basis of a healthy and independent lifestyle is meaningful employment. And without the prospect of a job, the future can be uncertain and worrisome for people with disabilities and their families.
Good morning and welcome. How are we, New Canaan? We're thrilled to host you today for a tour and a little informational session at the Prospector Theater. But we have a very important mission that we also do, and that is to create jobs for people with disabilities.
Jobs provide us with independence, community, purpose, belonging, and the paychecks needed to achieve a higher quality of life.
We've got Gabe here as well. Gabe's a former New Canaan.
My name is Gabe, and I've been here at the Prospector from 2015, 7 years now. I went to New Canaan High School, and I did TV broadcasting and photography in high school because I love it.
Our service learning program does many things. It's an opportunity for anyone to come in and learn more about our mission and the importance of jobs. More importantly, the importance of access, the importance of inclusivity, the importance of access to not only employment, but the access to pursue your dreams.
Transition programs in high schools are designed to prepare young people with disabilities for the workplace. Despite the best effort of these programs, a terrifying gap exists between aging out of educational services and finding competitive employment.
And I am the New Canaan Public Schools Launch Program teacher. And here at this program, we sort of begin to move our focus at building the skills that these young adults are going to need to really allow them to be successful post-secondary school or after their high school experience.
I was a first student at this program. It was back in 2012. It's mostly like how you get a job and how you gonna live on your own. It's like, you know, skills.
We want our students, by the time they're done with us here at the launch program, to have a pretty robust resume, some real world work experience, and ultimately, if we can, you know, sort of get them plugged into some competitive employment, then that's just a win for everybody.
So if you got a job here at the Prospector, one of the first things you would do is have an orientation. So that's what you're going to get today, a sneak peek at what a new hire orientation would look like. So we'd like to find out what Prospect Sparkle is and utilize that in the workplace.
By definition, sparkle is what you love to do. It's what gets you out of bed every morning. We show that in our service learning programs. There's an opportunity for one-on-one conversations to ask real questions and hear real answers from people that live their lives authentically every day. Everything here is about jobs and meaningful employment, and we want to help those in the transition programs get jobs.
New Canaan High students, Mark and Ethan, both had questions about their future.
So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you home with a bunch of paperwork, for sure. And then either, your teachers can help you or mom and dad, for sure. Whatever you decide. Okay. And then maybe we can figure out a day for you to start. Okay. So that's where you can check your schedule. Okay. You can open that big document that has everyone's name on it. Yep. And you can go down to Ethan.
Here, show it off to the camera, Ethan. It's like getting your jersey, huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel amazing.
What just happened today?
I just got a job.
This is that story. How a high school field trip led to jobs.
These particular students are Ethan and Mark.
Mark and Ethan soon discovered they could transform their sparkle into a job.
When you try to find competitive employment for young adults with special needs, the world's certainly gotten better, but even, just as recently as 10 years ago, it wasn't as inviting as it is now. We try to go back every 2 years or so to do a service learning trip. So I guess we've been there now 3 times in total. And Ethan, the parents, this is a huge credit to them. They knew that a 4-year college wasn't going to be in Ethan's future and that his strengths lied, in the world of vocation.
Ethan is a people person through and through. He is Mr. Hospitality. He is all smiles, knows everyone, greets everyone, is great at concessions, is great at greeting and ushers. He literally is the definition of sparkle. Some people know it immediately what their sparkle is, and some people from working here, they've discovered it because we are constantly mining for sparkle. Mark is an aficionado of all things cinema.
There's a shirt that I've seen recently that I think the shirt says, "I talk in movie speak," right? And that's Mark in a nutshell. Anybody that knows Mark, they speak incredibly fondly of Mark. There's nothing but good vibes that emits from this young man, and he just wants the best for everybody.
We have been the beneficiary of Mark's love of cinema. We have so many DVDs that we had here in a library, and Mark, with a fellow prospect who also happened to go to New Canaan High School, James, they together have worked and have gone through tirelessly all of the DVDs to create this amazing DVD wars. It is a great communication tool to talk to our guests and for our guests to be able to go through and point to their favorite movie that they've seen and just start a communication.
Mark's art installation is now a permanent stop on our service learning tour, while Ethan's performances have been seen by hundreds. Recently, both returned and led their fellow students on a tour with an entirely new perspective, that of a prospect.
Some of the jobs that we have here, we're going to talk a little more about what it's like to work at the Prospector. And luckily we have some more prospects here. Emily's here with us, James is here, and then of course you guys know Ethan and Mark. So, what's it like having a job?
Well, I like having a job because I like seeing everyone here. I like just being here, and it makes my day, and it just puts me in a nice mood, and it makes me very happy.
Everyone
Mark Silver.
Okay, this is me, the projection ushering the movie trivia first job service tradition recognizing the DVD wall, and I do speeches saying welcome to the Prospector Theater. My name is Mark and I'll be one of your ushers tonight. Thank you for supporting our mission with competitive integrated with adults with disabilities.
What do you get every 2 weeks? And you've earned
The
that you can put in the bank.
money. We earn money.
So we see that growth and certainly the maturation in him. You know, he's almost 22 years old, and I've known Mark since he was 15. So it's kind of cool, and you know, it's kind of neat to see, you know, just all the different milestones that he's achieved. Yeah, so you know, Ethan, he's another huge success story. So, and you know, he's always been a good worker. You know, he always has been. He's also very social, and he's certainly matured in those areas as well. As you know, I've known him since he's been here with me at launch.
We are spending a lot of time talking to transition teachers and understanding the importance of job sampling. When they do go to apply for a job after school, that they have work experience. We see and understand and recognize that, and we want to see how we can help, and whether it's helping and intervening, helping other companies or organizations, businesses to help get the experience that these students need and want and deserve. Again, all about access to employment, access to somebody living their best life.
Do you think they have an opportunity to do that here?
It's mostly up to them. Just find something you want to do as Prospector. It's a lot of things. You can do whatever you want to do. Just listen to your heart. Listen to your mind.
By supporting our mission and programs like Service Learning, you're investing in the employees of today and the millions more who are ready to work.
The magic of the silver screen fuels our sparkle. Movies are so important to all of us, and to quote our friend Harry Smith, they hold so much power for us. They show us what we are and maybe what we like to be. There are some movies that illuminate more than just the screens in the theaters, though. Movies that represent us are so important because they can truly show us the best of who we are and what we can be. This year, Champions was released, and the Prospector celebrated with our friends at the Special Olympics.
On behalf of Special Olympics Connecticut President Mike Mason, who can't be here this evening, I wanted to share a message of welcome and thanks. And I'd like to thank you for joining us for an evening of entertainment, fun, friendship, and film here at the fantastic Prospector Theater.
We're here to see a premiere and to enjoy it, and I hope everyone else enjoys it. And I can't wait to, share my speech with you guys. I feel like Champions is more about just being yourself, and it doesn't really have to mean anything about winning or losing. It's more being part of a team. Like teammates. Exactly, teammates, teamwork. It's all about coming together and just having fun.
I was a competitive swimmer, a snow skier. These Special Olympians that are coming here tonight mean the world to me. There's my 88 medals that I gave to Prospector. They can follow their dreams and be like me.
It's so important for Champions because people can see it represents us. We're Special Olympians on the screen itself.
It's wonderful because it shows people that anyone can do anything that they put their mind to.
And we thank you for your efforts to organize this event and your wonderful examples of care, kindness, and inclusivity. We are immensely grateful, and we'd like to present you with this plaque as a small token of our appreciation. Thank you so much, pal.
The champions are number one.
With us, not for us. This was the theme of World Down Syndrome Day 2023, a perspective aimed at moving on from a charity model, a human rights-based approach that views people with disabilities as having the right to be treated fairly and have the same opportunities as anyone else, working with others to improve their lives. This year was the perfect opportunity to film and release the testimonial of prospects who wish to share their perspective, experiences, and feelings with the world.
My full name is Christopher Stephen Mann. I am 40 years old. I have Down syndrome, and I love it.
You're born with it, and you always will have it for your whole life. It's not a sickness.
If they don't like it, that's them, not me.
My name is Alex. I have a job. I work 2 weeks. I like clean team, concessions, box office. I got a lot.
I've been working here since 2021, I believe. I work very hard. It makes me feel happy and very excited.
I mean, the usher is great. Every other shops I do. Yes, my left with the system. It's good.
I'm a great athlete. I do track and field, unified bowling. I do ice skating. I can with frozen on different things.
I love parkour. A best parkour me. A best parkour man.
My passion and my background is video production, like videos you see online, on Facebook, or Instagram. It is amazing to people watch my stuff. So someday I can make a Hollywood movie, I hope.
They thought I was not smart, and I will prove them wrong. I know I could. Living on my own is more like independent, and I love it. I don't see my disability.
I like to work here. It's wonderful.
I look accomplished a lot. Back in January, I just started back in 7 years. Yes.
I feel happy here. The job here, the best.
My favorite job. I work at favorite theaters.
I'm good with different things on camera and off camera. A fun person who have Down syndrome, and I can preview. And I'm one of the best, and one of a kind.
It's very important to have a job. A job makes me feel happy and it puts me in a very great mood.
I am confident and I'm strong and you don't know my favorite color is pink.
We're all about meaningful work at the Prospector. There's an opportunity within our walls to turn your passion into a profession, no matter what your sparkle may be. Our next video, celebrating Autism Acceptance Month, is a great example of that happening in real time.
People tend to judge or even fear something that they don't fully understand. As a person with autism, I thought to myself, no two popcorn kernels are the same, just like no two people are the same. My name is Joe Gelati. I'm 28 years old, and I work at the Prospector Theater.
My name is Hetty Marion, and I work at Prospector Theater in help making gourmet popcorn.
My name is Zachary Serena. I worked here at the Prospector Theater somewhere in April of 2015.
We started coming here and he started, working. It just gave independence. I have a job. I have something to do. I have a purpose, and I think everybody wants to have a purpose in life. And so I think that made a tremendous difference for him.
I think it was Benjamin Franklin who once said this: tell me and I'll forget. Show me, I might remember. Involve me and I'll understand. Which that pretty much sums up how I learn.
It really is a matter of one size not fitting all when it comes to learning. It's always been a real challenge to find jobs that work for Hetty. She's a very good worker herself. Hetty has very good visual strengths. She understands things in a visual way.
I didn't know I had a disability until I was in high school. And the jobs that I was given, I thought sucked. And it wasn't bringing out my creative side at all.
Before I worked here, the very first job I ever had, I don't really count as a job because I was only there for about a couple weeks.
Zach really needed a place. We saw such a difference within the week of him having this job. We were so grateful that he had a place.
I think here is great. To me, being a professional artist is always colorful. I'm an artist and cartoonist here. That's my whole sparkle all the time.
That's what we do here. We sparkle mine. We find things that all of our prospects are passionate about, what they want to do with their lives, and we make it happen. Well, as a kid, I just loved drawing. When I was like 3 or 4, I first picked up a pen, had a bunch of artwork in a portfolio that I brought with me for my job interview. Because I see the posters that we would put on display for our movies, I thought, what if I could do my own renderings for the posters and then we could display them? Well, to talk about the embroidery, it came almost naturally in a way that I didn't expect. After I render the design on paper, I can digitize the design myself and upload it to the machine. And then from there, I just pick the color threads that I need and pick out the garment for it to go on. It was great to walk around the lobby and to wear that vest and kind of show off what I was doing, and the guests would come in, they would want to ask about these designs on my vest. 8 years later, I'm doing embroidery out of my parents' house. I'm running a small embroidery business. It's very fulfilling because the work I'm doing can then go and mean something.
It felt great when I got the job, but I thought it felt even better that I was around multiple people who had different disabilities. So I wasn't like in a one column. I like to say that I'm on the autism spectrum. Not everybody has the same disability. Everybody has a different one. That's what makes us unique in our own ways. I also do a production class. My sparkle is I hope someday to get out in the world and become an actress. And I think this place has improved me so that I'm doing more camera work with you and everything. I think the biggest achievement would be if I saw my name up in the credits of a movie or a television show. You don't see people like me out there who are creating these like, oh, I don't know, Oscar-winning movies, but I would like to be the first to actually try getting there. Me and my team wanted to create this film to not only show our creativity, but to show people who are different out in the world.
Just got to remember those couple things. Always try your hardest, always do your best, and find ways to make yourself achieve.
So we had high anxiety about where could he go, who would help him, who would see his gifts, talents, and abilities, and be able to walk alongside him. There are places that do that, there's just not enough of them. I'm just so grateful that we have the opportunity to be here. I know not everybody does, but yeah, we're just really, really blessed.
There's a great untapped resource of people out there that Prospector, of course, is doing a fantastic job of putting together opportunities for. So many other businesses could be if they were just able to look at their needs a little bit differently. It's something I'm sure a lot of other parents would echo. You're never sure this is ever going to happen, and then when it does, it's amazing.
We all want to feel accepted, to feel like we belong. Building inclusive work environments benefit everyone. Making a place where we all feel accepted leads to a sparklier tomorrow. Here is Prospect celebrating Pride.
The world can feel like it's not built for us. So we work to build a community that does.
We all want to be accepted, to feel like we belong. Prospects are making progress towards a better tomorrow by creating a safe place
where everyone can be proud to be themselves. The Prospector celebrates acceptance,
inclusivity, and pride.
Ideals built into the foundation of our community.
Our pride and sparkle are intrinsic to who we are.
And we are so excited to share it with the world. Sparkle on.
July is Disability Pride Month. We wanted to create a narrative that celebrates those who came before us, those who fought for civil rights, who persisted and were responsible for the signing of the ADA Act of 1990. We want to dedicate this to those who fight for equitable treatment for access and opportunity as well as purpose. This video was inspired by our friends in Rhode Island, who sorted buttons as part of a sheltered workshop, and at the end of each day, they were dumped into a big pile to be resorted again.
In this day and age, change is often made with the push of a button. Push to open. Push to start.
Text reader mode.
Push to access.
Our mission.
Push to go. But it wasn't always that easy.
No!
Change takes passion, pride, and determination. Our buddy Keith Richards once said, "You can't do it by pushing buttons and watching a TV screen."
Rock on.
We had to push some buttons. And get louder when they tell us to button our lips. Like our friends in Providence, who worked at a sheltered workshop, sorting buttons for $2 an hour. They pushed to end sheltered workshops and sub-minimum wages. Following in their footsteps, we push buttons to discover new opportunities to work. We push to reach our full potential, fueled by a relentless hunger to show the world we can. Buttons come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, and kinds. Together, they fasten the fabric of our world. And the push to create a better one begins with us.
Barbie is a box office blast. Barbie passed Star Wars: Force Awakens, a movie that held our top spot for 8 years as our best-selling movie. Barbie was a perfect Prospector presentation.
One ticket for Ken. Thank you. It's so pink.
We're Barbie people.
Hi, Ken. One large popcorn, one large Pepsi, please. Thanks, team. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
On July 26, 1990, the Americans with Disability Act was signed into law. This is 33 years later.
On July 26th, we celebrate the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
This historic civil rights law paved the way
for a more inclusive and accessible world.
The ADA protects the rights of people with disabilities.
You know, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
It was designed to ensure
that Americans with disabilities have the same rights
and opportunities.
Before the ADA, many Americans were denied basic civil rights,
such as employment,
public transportation,
housing, and attending the movies.
The ADA prohibits discrimination against Americans with disabilities.
In all areas of public life.
And all places that are open to the general public.
Our mission and work is made possible
by the activists, advocates, and freedom fighters.
May this world is a progressive place.
And although the ADA has brought about monumental change,
there is still work to do in fighting for inclusion, access, and employment.
1 of 4 Americans have disabilities.
People with disabilities are the largest diversity group in the country.
And most of us will likely become a member of this community at some point in our lives.
Our work is important.
For those of us who need it today.
And the millions more who will need it tomorrow. Happy ADA anniversary.
National Cinema Day is August 27th. Join us or your local theater for amazing deals, and please enjoy the show.
For generations, the silver screen has brought us together. It is a great equalizer experience. We sit in the same seats and escape into a new world. It's an empathy builder we experience as we immerse ourselves in the story of the heroine, the villain, and the underdog. At the Prospector, that movie magic extends to our main lobby. Because here, our sparkle starts at the accessible sidewalk. Inclusion is our cornerstone, so everyone can experience the movies. Because shared experiences are just better. So, let's all go. Happy National Cinema Day.
Sensory-friendly screenings are a great way to watch a movie in an inclusive, low-pressure environment for all. Audiences can freely walk, talk, and rock as they enjoy quality, first-run programming in a relaxed environment. The Prospector Theater's sensory-friendly screenings ensure that all of our guests have the opportunity to enjoy the movie in a safe and inclusive environment.
At the Prospector Theater, we have really created a climate of acceptance and understanding. We really want everyone to enjoy a movie. A sensory-friendly screening is where the movie plays with lower sound. The lights are not completely turned off. Guests are free to get up and move around or dance, talk to their friends or their family. We also provide noise-canceling headphones and earplugs.
Giving the speech, the usher, who's going to be sitting in on the movie. Basically, the speech really just go into what's allowed during sensory-friendly screening, what they can expect.
We make sure we're not getting ready for any other events like parties. We make sure that all the popcorn's been popped already, so there's not any unnecessary noise. We turn the music that's normally playing in the overhead speakers off, so when guests come in, there's no extra sensory input. We do not show a pre-show. We do not have trailers. There's no extra information. We just show the feature. And we use an open caption version of the movie for a sensory-friendly screening.
So there's just so many benefits with burned-in subtitles or captioning for everyone. You know, if I have that rear window captioning device in my cup holder, so where do I put my drink if I don't have a cup holder? But with burned-in captioning, it's automatic. It's right there. My hands are free. I can have 2 drinks. I can have popcorn. I can stretch my arms and just enjoy the movie.
Some people who might not know of the Prospector Theater have found us and have started coming here specifically for the sensory-friendly screenings as well as open caption screenings. Not only are you creating something for your guests and the community, but it's also a good opportunity for your theater as a business.
Our next documentary is a story almost 2 years in the making. Follow Allie on an adventure of discovery and triumph. This is Allie's vocal journey.
Hello, my name is Allie and I am a prospect here at the Prospector Theater. I've used assistive technology to talk for me since I was a young child. Assistive technology has helped me to succeed and become a valuable member of the Prospectors team. I hope working at the Prospector makes me be able to help others like me find their voice.
What do you say we kick it over to our next film and our next presenter? The one, the only, Allie Wood.
In this live-action version of Disney's The Little Mermaid, you get the classic story of Ariel, a young mermaid who likes adventures and wants to explore what life is like on land. I'm looking forward to seeing how Halle Bailey made Ariel her own, and Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, which is a character I never liked. I didn't like her as a kid, and as an adult, I really don't like the character as she steals Ariel's voice from her. Coming from my own perspective as someone who in a strange way can relate to Ariel even if it's for a short time of her life, a piece of me has the fear for her of not being able to communicate at all or being misunderstood has always been something I've struggled with, especially in places or people who don't know me. The Little Mermaid is rated PG and comes out on May 26th. Last year I did a presentation on augmentative alternative communication to my fellow prospects. In the presentation, I mentioned wanted a better, less monotone AAC voice. For a long time I've wanted my augmentative alternative voice to be less monotone and robotic. I saw a TED Talk with the CEO of Vocal ID, and immediately filled out their forms online. Vocal ID is a company that creates custom voices for augmentative alternate communication users with their own natural tone of voice. They have voice donors who will also record their own voice, and Vocality is able to mesh mine samples with the donor's samples to create my own voice.
We're currently working on getting that created through this company.
Yep, we are looking for Allie's voice, hoping to get a demo, hoping to hear Allie for the first time.
This would be important because I have a huge personality and the voice capabilities that are augmentative alternative communication devices and apps don't do me justice. They're monotone and can't pick up on emotion or emphasis while speaking. I want to be able to have a voice that, one, is mine and fits my personality just like anybody else.
That's right.
And it's taken Allie quite a bit of work to get voice samples together of her own, and a bit of conversations back and forth with the company itself to make sure that the voice is exactly what she's looking for.
The progress began. I recorded my voice in their recording studio online and got my first sample last summer. The whole journey lasted about 6-7 months. Receiving the samples each time took a while on both ends because they had to build the voice with a voice donor. After a while the first sample came in. I didn't know what to expect when I received my first sample. I wasn't sure how much different it would be.
This is my own special voice. It is like no other.
What do you think?
This is my own special voice. It is like no other.
They offered a lot of adjustments that we could make in here.
Always laugh when you can. It's cheap medicine.
It's crazy. It's actually like your tone. I can hear it in there. Can you?
Sounds sassy.
Always laugh when you can. It's cheap medicine.
Then it's perfect.
I have a deep voice, so when I heard the first sample, it sounded strange to me. The samples were too deep, and I asked Vocal ID for a higher-pitched 29-year-old voice. When my second samples came out, they sounded exactly the same from the first, but the pitch was even lower.
Not at this particular case, Tom apologized Whitmore.
Possibly, yes.
Not at this particular case, Tom apologized Whitmore.
The third samples were more of 29-year-old pitch voice. Like if I were to write out a speech and hear how it sounds.
You know, maybe we could ask for that. Maybe we could just email back and say, you know, Hi, Regina. This speech block is something, like maybe your usher speech, this speech block is something that I use very frequently and would really give me a good idea of whether or not I like it. And ask if she'd be able to provide a sample with some of those lines.
Not at this particular case, Tom apologized, Whitmore.
Can we do that? You ready?
Hi, I'm Ellie.
That's your voice.
Hi, nice to meet you.
That's your voice. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the best part of what we do. Seriously.
I'm gonna cry. That's really cool.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. But one of the most common things Allie does on our usher team is give speeches before the movie about our mission and everything. So this, like, having a personal voice for that, oh man, it's gonna be really cool.
That's great.
90,000 voices that are donated to our voice bank, and Dina has been looking for the perfect match to have the blending with her voice and someone with a similar background, height, all of it to match to kind of create your own voice. So Dina's really been putting so much effort in finding like a matchmaker.
Dina, thank you both. This is so cool.
Finally, after 4 tries, the new donor was perfect.
I listened to the samples over and over again. Internally, people hear a different voice for themselves than what others hear. I wasn't sure if I heard my own voice yet. I played the samples to about 10 prospects. They were all circling around me. Hi, I'm Ellie.
It's your voice!
I'm Ellie and will be your usher. Welcome to the Prospector Theater and thank you for coming.
Oh, do you love it? Oh, Allie, congratulations. I want to hear it again.
Theater and thank you for coming out today.
That's awesome. What?
Wow. That is amazing. Oh my.
It was a great moment. They were hearing my voice for the first time. When I played the sample to my parents, my mom's first comment was that I sounded like her. Hi, I'm Allie Wood. Welcome to the Prospector.
That's awesome. It doesn't sound like a robot anymore. That's awesome.
So, Al, that does sound good. Play it again, babe.
The voice itself is unique. Nobody else has the voice but me because it came from my own natural tone. Having my own voice is still new to me. For the first few weeks, it felt odd using my voice as I was not used to it. Now that I am used to it, it sounds normal, and to think that the voice came from my own voice is incredible. Even though it took some time, this whole journey was amazing. This could potentially be the future with augmentative alternative communication, as I hope that more people find vocal ID to help them use their own voice on their devices. I've always wanted a better voice, and this one was mine. I was delighted to go to Orlando, Florida to attend the 2023 Assistive Technology Industry Association Conference. I found out that I was selected to speak at the conference back in August of 2022. Since then, I have been preparing my presentation with fellow prospects and gearing up for the trip.
So, conference is in 1 hour. Feel confident in your presentation?
Yes. Augmentative Alternative Communication is my voice, by Ellie Wood. There is so much to be done in the AAC community, and I knew my experiences would be invaluable for the fellow change makers in the room. Thank you. I met a few speech therapists who asked if I wanted to speak to their school virtually. I also met a parent who is creating a symbol-based application for her daughter and asked if I had an interest in collaborating with her on creating a text-based application. I look forward to working with all of them and keeping in touch. I plan on doing more conferences in the future. We can give attendees an overview of what we do at the theater, spreading our mission and model to other companies and attendees, and in turn creating more jobs for adults with disabilities.
Let's get back to buttons. As our Disability Pride video alluded to, we wanted to create something that immortalized our friends in Rhode Island, something that served as a reminder to their unjust treatment. What you're about to see is an installation inspired by those who have been forced to do tasks with no purpose, and those who made cents on the dollar instead of receiving a minimum wage. It's a reminder and a call to businesses everywhere that we need meaningful work. And meaningful work will help your bottom line. We like to spotlight individual prospects to share their sparkle. It gives an intimate view of what their interests and personalities are, as well as it can show their successes, and I hope these stories are ones that people really connect with. And I really hope that by making this connection and by sharing that, we can all really work to change the world with our work.
I think having autism was something that I personally was worried was going to cause struggles. If you tell me how something is done, I probably won't internalize it. If you show me the process, I'll have a better time of internalizing it. But if you walk through the process with me and talk me through it at the same time, then I have the best chance of understanding it. When I came in for my job interview, I had a bunch of artwork in a portfolio that I brought with me for my job interview. As I see the posters that we would put on display for our movies, I thought, what if I could do my own renderings for the posters and then we could display them? And now I'm even doing graphic design work with the embroidery that I do here. I just started doing it, and it came almost naturally in a way that I didn't expect. The first design I did was for Yoda to promote The Force Awakens. I put that on my vest, and then from there I started designing more designs for other movies, started putting them all over my vest until my vest started to look like a NASCAR jacket. And it was great to walk around the lobby and to wear that vest and kind of show off what I was doing, and the guests would come in, they would want to ask about these designs on my vest. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I've been embroidering makes for great gift items, the scarves and the hats. I've been here as Spider-Man, I've been here as Captain America, I came in as Darth Vader once. I find it very easy to, kind of get into character, especially if I'm wearing the costume. I love what I do. It's very fulfilling because the work I'm doing can then go and mean something. And that's what we do here. We sparkle mine. We find things that all of our prospects are passionate about, what they want to do with their lives, and we help them make it happen.
Ever wonder what a decade of awesome work looks like? Well, here it is. In 1939, The Wizard of Oz premiered in Technicolor. For many Americans, this was their first experience seeing a film in color. And we want people to have the same feeling when they walk through our doors, to see the world in true color for the first time. Thank you for celebrating 9 years of making a difference with us.
Our prospects are going to come in and come to work for the first time today.
Movies have become a way for people to find opportunity at a spectacular theater when few others would give them a chance.
Look.
Yeah, so good.
I'm relocating to South Carolina. The Prospector Theater has helped me with my disability tremendously.
I love paychecks every single day.
Everything worked hard.
If you're a customer at the Prospector, you will quickly grow accustomed to a first-class experience.
I just got a job.
Back in 2014, I made a lot of promises about what the Prospector Theater was going to be. Beyond my wildest dreams, beyond the rainbow, we are doing incredible things, and the world is taking notice.
Emily was the first prospect ever hired. Back in 2014, Emily describes herself as a completely different person than she is now. But she's always known what she truly wanted from her professional life. This is Emily's story, the first prospect.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Hockney. I was the first prospect ever hired. I really like to help people. I really like to make people's day better. So I originally wanted to be an elementary school teacher, but doctors always used to say I would never have a full-time job. They also told my parents I would never be able to read, write, graduate high school, go to college. My mom and dad always used to say to me growing up, "You've proved everyone wrong except your mother and father." I've had a full-time job here for 8 years. Because you know what? I prove people wrong once again because I've been proving people wrong my whole life. I'm a different person than I was almost 10 years ago. So 2014, I was definitely not as outgoing as I am now. I was very introverted, shy, quiet, and I was emotionally immature. I didn't have the resources back then that I do now, but I learned over the years to just try to do your best and believe in myself and having people believe in me. Well, my job has changed throughout the years, so I've always been in all different departments. I always say I'm a Jill of all trades. I work in human resources, box office, and ushering, and I love human resources because I get to make a difference in people's lives. I realized how much I wanted to be in there to motivate people. I also did service learnings, which I love to do also. I love to see the kids smile.
Five in your head. Go ahead and start reading.
Hello everyone, this is Emily. I have very exciting news. I got a new job. I'll be working at a daycare in Ridgefield at a brand new business called KinderCare as a teacher. I am so blessed for each and every one of you. I have learned so much. I have had so many great memories. It is a bittersweet moment that I'm leaving the place I've been at the longest, 9.5 years, but I'm really happy for my next adventure in life. Thank you, Prospector Theater. Thank you very much. To the prospects of the future, the advice I'd give you is be kind, work hard, do things without being asked, and have confidence in yourself.
Thank you for watching our Year in Review stream. If you're interested in learning more or supporting our mission, please visit the links in the description below. If you'd like a taste of our sparkle, we encourage you to order from Prospector Popcorn and have a delicious treat made right here and shipped to your door. If you go back to our channel, you'll find hours more of additional content, and we hope you take the time to learn more. But thank you all again for your time, and please, sparkle on. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the Prospector's Year in Review stream. The Prospector is a 501c3 nonprofit providing competitive and inclusive employment for people with disabilities. Employees of the Prospector are known as prospects, and approximately 75% of us self-identify with a disability. All content that you will see here or on our channel is created entirely by our talented team in-house. My name is Ian, and I'm the Director of Media Arts and Production. I would like you to peer behind the curtain with me and learn a little more about us and what meaningful work looks like. Without further ado, please enjoy our first video, Aaron Miller, A Prospect Life.
My name is Aaron Miller. I've been working at the Prospector Theater for, this March, it'll have been 8 years. Currently, I am a facilities associate. I work around the building doing basic maintenance, some electrical work if it needs to be done, deep cleaning, building repairs, pretty much anything that we can do from here without having to get contractors involved.
I'm Steven St. Germain. I work at the Prospector Theater as a facilities director, taking care of the outside and the inside of the building. He's been my right-hand man for the past year. I've only been here a year, and he's taught me a lot about the theater. He's certainly quiet, and he's a man who prefers action rather than talking.
We had always believed in the importance of work, and we had been talking to Aaron about getting a job when he turned 16, but there wasn't anything that immediately sort of interested him, and just nothing quite seemed to fit. And then as Sarah said, we heard about the Prospector, and it just caught his interest from the very beginning, and it's proven to be a great fit.
Back in 2015, really didn't have too much going on. Just kind of sitting at home, twiddling my thumbs. Probably not the best time.
He was not a boisterous young man, never was. He was quiet, and I think that quiet kids often are kind of in the background sometimes. Once he got to the Prospector, I think that the consistency of coming to the same place, several times a week, meeting the other prospects here and working with the staff, I think really helped his self-esteem and him becoming more outgoing.
When I first started, pretty much was just an usher. A lot of things have definitely changed. Definitely gotten a bit taller, lost probably about 80, 90 pounds. Made my way up the work ladder. Went from being usher to clean team, then facilities, fixing everything that people continuously break over and over again.
My name is Jane Switek. I am a prospect, and I work with the